the office, and I remember telling you, I was like, wow, like this is someone who's like deserved a YCS win for a while. He's put the time in, the effort, and then now look what he's done since then.
I mean, he's kept proving himself every single time.
Definitely, and now he's at the top. He is going to be playing at Ignister Maliss up against Mitsurugi Ryzeal. Okay. And it looks like Jacob is going to start things off with a Mulcharmi Fualos.
It's a Perulia, actually.
No, Perulia.
A little easier to play into from the Maliss side, especially if we're going to be starting off with Gold Sarcophagus. Might not even give him a single draw here.
And then I'm going to go Chessy Cat effect, pay 300.
Yeah, we're going to be leading off with Chessy Cat here. Chessy Cat able to, once it's hit the field, banish a Maliss card from his hand to draw 2 cards. Playing around the Perulia, just happening to do so.
Yep, this is you don't if you have something like infinite impermanence, you usually don't want to use it here on something like Chessy Cat. Because let's say you imperm here, they don't banish the Dormouse, they don't draw 2 cards, but then they can follow it up with the normal summon of Dormouse if you do waste your imperm. But you can hold it for that Dormouse or maybe something like a White Binder, a potential more pivotal moment to imperm the Maliss deck.
I mean, Ruben off to an extremely strong start already.
I'm going to go Dormouse effect.
Dormouse is activated now.
It's going to banish a Maliss monster from the deck, and it does look like it resolves. No infinite impermanence here from Jacob.
Then I'll go effective White Rabbit.
There is the White Rabbit. White Rabbit's able to activate once banished, paying 300. This will add up. So you got to pay attention to the amount of life points you pay if you're not getting it all back with GWC.
Then I'll go effective set.
Definitely already at 900 life points down. Maliss, White Rabbit's going to be able to set a Maliss trap on summon here. He's going to set GWC 06. That's special summons from the graveyard or banishment.
No, you're good.
One of the only ways to get your life points back after you keep paying for all these Maliss effects.
That's right. It does have that bonus effect that if you have a Link 3 on the field, after you use it, you get to gain the attack to your life points. Let's see where Ruben decides to go next.
Looks like we're going to be linking all 3 away here. Potentially into Red Ransom. There it is.
I'm going to go effective Ransom.
Now, Red Ransom has gotten a lot better since the release of Alan's Insight with the introduction of Maliss in the Mirror. Not only is it another spell that you can potentially search with Red Ransom, it also makes Maliss in Underground a little more viable because you can use Maliss in Underground to banish that Maliss in the Mirror, then banish a Maliss monster from your graveyard, and you're able to access Maliss March Hare.
And then Dormouse.
Yeah, March Hare existing already just gave you so many more levels of how to play this deck.
Resolution. You're good.
Yeah, I always like to look at it like kind of like the Fire King Kieran, as we're able to help you dodge things potentially, gives you some interactive play during your opponent's turn, but also has like so much more that it can give you. I mean, even that the fact that it can add back when it's banished makes Allure Darkness free sometimes. But we do see him activate GWC 06. He has to banish the Maliss monster in order to special summon back that Chessy Cat. And now the Red Ransom, since it's banished, will be able to pay 900 life points, special summon it back to the field, and then banish the Cyberse monster from his deck. So right here, he could also banish a March Hare if he wants to add it to his hand without having to use the Maliss in Underground to go after that Maliss in the Mirror.
I mean, he has used every other name so far, so likely that will be what happens.
Paying 3.
Yeah, Dotscaper not as popular in Maliss decks now. They really kind of like streamline for efficiency. They don't want any dead draws, so they're trying to slim down some of those cards that they used to play in the Maliss strategy.
Absolutely. Now, GWC was used, and because Red Ransom was banished for cost here, it was not there at resolution, so will not be gaining any life. It's been an expensive turn so far, but we're likely going to be trying to reset that GWC with the effect of White Binder later in this turn.
I'm going to go Lower Darkness.
All right, now we're going to see Allure of Darkness come down here for Ruben.
Yes. Sorry.
He's going to let him draw 2 cards and banish the Dark from his hand. Won't be able to get that free value since March Hare's already used its effect to add back from the banished when it's banished. But he's going to banish an extra copy of Chessy Cat.
All right, large hand here. Let's see how he decides to combo further. There is a Drone Lockbird at the end. I think every single card that could be added has been added at this point.
Yeah, Droll's gotten a little bit better because they still can go into like Cyberse Wicked to be able to search for a backup secretary. Backup at Ignister. It lost the secretary part when it became a main deck monster. But we'll have to see if that's going to come into play here. He already has so many cards in hand. It looks like he does already have the backup in the hand.
Did a card get summoned from Ruben's hand at this point to give him a draw off Perulia?
No, I don't think so. No, but it's about to be.
Well.
I was wondering, he's under Droll and Lockbird now, so he won't be able to draw any cards.
I was wondering what was the point of waiting for the Droll up to this point. I think he was just potentially waiting to see if he was going to be able to get a card off Perulia. But now it's just far too late for it to ever be necessary. which is unfortunate for the immediate play after to be backup at Ignister.
Yeah, at least he won't be able to add the Wizard Ignister with backup at Ignister's effect.
Finishing.
I think the way the Perulia and the Droll played out is only hurting Jacob here.
Anything here?
No.
Yeah, it does not feel good. He has 2 cards that he's used from his hand for defensive options, but Ruben is not slowing down in the slightest. He's going to link those 3 monsters away for Heart's Cryptor. Now we'll see if these 2 are linked away for something like Firewall Dragon, or if he's going to get another monster on the field and trying to go into White Binder. But it does look like he is going to link them away, and it is going to be Splash Mage. So he is going to try and find a way to get to White Binder.
Yeah, we'll be able to climb back up here.
Targeting here.
Splash Mage will target the March Hare, summoning it back to the field. Likely going to immediately link away the 2 bodies here.
Link summon with these 2. Summon out. Binder.
White Binder will likely not use its
summon.
effect to banish anything from graveyard here. Not really a reason to.
Use its effect. Effect to reset.
Yep, he's going to reset the GWC.
DW6.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now it's a question of if he has any other monster to extend past this point. We do know about the Maliss and Underground. He is the only effect that's...
K9.
Oh, of course, being able to just banish the Cryptor.
I'm at 5k.
I paid 3,000 life points this turn.
That's a lot of life points, but he's building an impressive board along the way. Now this is where the Firewall Dragon is going to come down.
Nice
Beautiful,
Ghost Rare.
yeah, beautiful Ghost Rare.
Not one you see very often.
All right, so he got to reset the
you can-
GWC, sets another card face down. Ends with Firewall Dragon. I believe he has a March. Well, he used one of the March Hairs, but he might have another copy of March Hare in his hand, which is works like GWC 06 potentially. Being able to banish a Malice, link monster from the graveyard, and just summon right back.
Yeah, the same as any Bestial,
Oh, yes,
essentially.
Habakiri is going to be activated first to start things off here for Jacob.
Summoning Saji, tributing
Yep.
Saji. New chain Saji effect.
I'll chain Ash Blossom.
Ooh, an Ash Blossom on the Saji. Could be brutal here.
Activate Ritual.
Oh, but no, we already have
technically
Ritual
summoning-
in the hand.
From the hand.
Wrong start.
Looks like he's going to be trying to summon
Looking.
from his hand. Let's see if this prompts a response here from
chain
Ruben.
GWC.
He is going to chain the GWC06 to special summon back a Malice monster. He's going to go after the White Binder. Now White
And then
Binder is
I'm
going
making
to be
23.
co-linked
So
with
that'll
that
put me at
Firewall
53.
Dragon.
Or 73.
So
This
now-
was a very rough chain, I think, for Jacob to go for here, because he's trying to. He said he's summoning from hand, which means he's going to be tributing the monsters from the deck here. If he's trying to go for something along the lines of the Serpent, okay, no, he's just going for 2 tribute effects here, which is fine.
Chain
But otherwise, if he was trying to
your
summon
turn
a
player, so you
monster from the
have
graveyard, the White Binder
tribute
would have been able to
effects.
banish that in the
Chain
chain.
Link 1, a Hammer, Chain
Yep,
Link
definitely
2,
Jacob
and
saw that
Malice,
coming
Chain
too,
Link
so
3,
he's
Clash
going
effect.
to go ahead and use
Thinking here.
the 2 Mitsurugis to add back from the graveyard, potentially. He still has Firewall Dragon online. Malice White Binder is going to have the effect on someone to banish 3 cards from either player's graveyard.
I think this potentially is a position where you have to chain the Firewall to put the Murukuma back in the hand. Potentially before you can, before there's an
I'm
option to
gonna
grab
go White
prayers.
Binder, chain link 4, targeting your ritual spell.
Interesting,
Red
going after the
Ransom,
ritual spell.
and
Not
my
really a
Cryptor.
point in doing that, because Kusnaki can add back from banished as well.
Response.
I mean, he's just
Chain of Hammer.
why not kind of thing, maybe.
To force
Sure.
me to discard.
Correct, otherwise the effects.
But he's just trying to get some more
I'll chain him
monsters.
to target.
Go link.
Interesting. Okay, opting to use the
Alright,
infinite permanence
so
instead of
this
discarding
gets
any of those cards in
banished,
hand.
These 2.
Just
That gets banished.
Gonna banish
and
the
you
Heart's
resolve this,
Cryptor, the Red Ransom.
And then my board doesn't get destroyed. because
Correct.
it got improved.
And Firewall is just a bounce, correct?
Correct.
I wonder how important those 2 cards in hand are that you're choosing to keep
I'd like
those
to
instead of
see
infinite permanence. They both have to be pretty good.
I mean, it
was
looks
I
like
don't
we're
know what the
not
last
going to
card
find
could be,
out,
but
but in the exact same way, which is kind of funny to see. But Ruben, I see at least see a Mulcharmy and an Ash Blossom.
Draw's good.
Same way.
Yep.
Mid.
Made it all the way to main phase 1. Nothing's been activated just yet. Pass? Did you say
A pass?
I heard pass.
I guess that can happen sometimes.
Oh, no, not like this.
All
Not
right,
in
so
the
when
last
Malice
round.
goes first, it's pretty good. Oh, but there's a Lancia.
Stand
I
by.
mean, if he passed before, you're fine to just pass back now.
I think that is an option, but if he has anything proactive he can use, but
I mean, you said that he has a Mulcharmy of his own.
True, he could just end up passing right back.
Okay.
Say, like, you better draw something good And even if you do, I might have something to stop it. Will we see 2 passes in a row?
Draw, pass turn.
Oh,
Oh, he looks like he might commit.
Normal summon.
all right. He is going to normal summon back up
That's
at Ignister.
Lets him add a Dark Cybers to hand. See what he goes for. Gonna grab the Dormouse for follow-up here. Just saying that the other cards in his hand will get him to the next turn anyway.
Battlefield.
Discarding the
Attack
Flawless.
for 12.
Backup will hit in for some small damage here.
You're at 68 to my full.
Yes, correct.
I'm gonna present the deck. Main phase 2.
It actually looked like his hand was very weak and couldn't play that well anyway because his starter was backup at Ignister. So this worked out pretty well for him.
Yep.
I do think it did the best he could with his bad hand, but it does look like
normal
Jacob
summon
drew a
Ice
card
Ryzeal.
that he can summon, and that's going to be Ice Ryzeal.
Wallace would have been really strong into that, but because you
Chain
pretty much
Pulse.
know, yeah, I was going to say, you knew he couldn't play before. Dominus Impulse here, essentially being effect failure, but that could be good enough.
Go to battle.
Yep, it looks like we're going straight to a battle phase. We have a quick one here. Jacob's going to take down the backup at Ignister with his Ice
I'm at
Ryzeal.
75 to your 68.
Correct.
All right, we'll see if it's an immediate pass back
ahead.
here.
We got an honest game on our
Draw
hands.
Yep.
I mean,
Stand
yeah,
by
I got a
phase.
peek at Jacob's hand. It is
One.
Correct.
pretty abysmal.
Normal summon.
Not great,
Attempt to use effect.
but now Ruben has made it through the Artifact Lancia turn. Malice P. Dormouse is on its way down. It's going to banish Malice Right Rabbit.
My Rabbit's
I'm
able
at
to activate its
72.
effect here, paying 300, summoning itself back from the banish as long as there's no interruption.
Effect to White Rabbit.
To
Set.
Set.
Effect on field will be setting a Malice
That's it.
trap from the deck. Let's see what he goes for.
MTP.
There is MTP
And
07.
you have 3 cards, 4 cards in here.
Pretty telling of what his
Tier two.
current set is
3.
for his opponent.
One can guess.
Thinking here.
TB11 for sure, right?
You would think it would be TB11, but apparently you just don't need that card in Malice anymore. I don't know if I agree with that. I do like having TB11, but a lot of Malice players have cut it, and they are really only running MTP07 and GWC06.
And they're doing well, so you can't really complain.
Yeah,
No,
I'm not always right, but we see a Link summon coming down here for Cybers Wicked.
Wicked's good. The summon is good.
Wicked is a
for
cool one,
GWC.
so if you special summon a Cybers monster to a zone it points to, you'll be able to
Reborn
add a
from
Cybers
graveyard
monster
again.
from your deck to your hand.
But there is a Ghost Bell
Yeah.
chained.
Do you think Ghost Bell's popularity has kind of increased this weekend?
Yes, absolutely. I think it is a card that sees a lot of play right now, and it was really crucial in this moment right here. If
Pass my turn.
yeah, Ruben does not have an
Ooh.
extender here.
Wow.
Was not expecting that one.
Yeah, so Cybers Wicked is kind of a new card they've incorporated into Malice. I mean, it's from Savage Strike. It's not a new card itself, but new to the deck.
Not
in the
even new
meta.
to add Ignister, if you really think about it.
True.
So if when you're playing your add Ignister strategy, Cybers Wicked is going to be there.
So while it can pay off huge and help you access more Cybers monsters from your deck, including those brand new add Ignister monsters out of Alliance Insight, where something like Haggard Lizard Dose here wouldn't have been stopped by Ghost Bell and been able to get to in Link 3. It did play
900.
into some of those cards that can interact
I'm at
from the hand
63
here.
to your
And now we're
68.
seeing
Correct.
another battle phase here from Jacob. It doesn't look like he drew into another level 4 monster, so he's going to try and take down the Cybers Wicked. But it's
But
just
it can't be destroyed by battle.
but
I'm
it's
pretty sure.
just going to do damage. But you still take the damage. It's all, you still take the damage.
That's relevant against Malice, I'll give you that.
It is.
Stand by.
It adds up.
Main one.
Now, does the monster have to be special summoned specifically for Cybers Wicked triggers effect?
Go ahead.
I would have to look.
Oh, well, if we're normal summoning Dormouse anyway, I don't think it matters.
It's either it's gonna happen one way or another. I do think it has to be
Banish.
special
Banish it.
summoned.
You could.
But yeah, Dormouse is going to resolve.
Going to
gonna-
be able to banish Chessy Cat. Interesting choice. I wonder
I'll
if that's
go
actually live here, because I
effect
imagine the
Chessy
Dormouse
Cat,
was also drawn for
myself at
turn.
6,000.
Yeah, Chessy Cat with if they're cutting down on the amount of Malice
And
traps that are
summon,
using,
I'm gonna
Chessy
go
Cat becomes a
effective
little
Cybers
more
Wicked.
valuable than White
Damage
Rabbit.
cost.
But yep,
That's
Cybers Wicked is going to banish White Rabbit. Now he's going to be able to add probably backup at Ignister.
Back up to my hand. On a new chain, I'll go Right Rabbit, Chain Link 1.
White Rabbit is going to
Goes
pay
myself
300
to
to special
57.
summon itself to the field.
All right, now it's just about efficiently going for game, because you don't really want to play into anything. You don't have to. You've only summoned 3 times here.
Go ahead and link with these two.
Yep, that can go ahead and make White Binder here, if he so chooses, or just going for Red Ransom to keep the combo going.
This
Looks like
one
we're
is
going to keep it going.
It's going to search for a Maliss spell.
It looks like Jacob is contemplating. He is going to use an Ash Blossom and Joyous
I'll go
Spring.
Talons to look at your hand.
Okay,
Oh.
Talons, we're looking at your hand. Well, guess what? There
There's
are two of them.
Nibirus.
Thinking.
So he's already summoned 1, 2, 3, 4 times.
It's only 4 times,
Okay.
yeah.
So he can just stop here. He can put back the Ame no Murakamo. Yeah. And just
Yeah.
leave him with the 2 nibs.
I mean, he still has
The
game.
greatest.
I'm pretty sure. Oh, let's see how much damage he needs to do. He's already resolved Dormouse.
The-
He can attack, activate MTP to banish the Red Ransom. Red Ransom will come back and
No, but did he? Oh, banish it with the effect of MTP07, right? That makes sense. I was like, it was set last turn, but he can actually use the MTP07 to banish his own card.
yeah,
As we learned in a previous YCS.
It matters here because there are names he hasn't used yet.
Yeah.
So he can banish another one from the deck as well.
True, true.
I'll enter battle phase.
Yep, he sees it. He's going to go into the battle phase. Red Ransom's going to attack over Ice Ryzeal. Jacob's just holding on to 2
Attack with Chessie Cat for 21.
Nibirus in the hand. They're not going to do anything in the
So
battle
that'll put you
phase.
at 35, and then attack with White Rabbit for 18.
Yep.
Puts
So
him
a lot
down
of
to
damage.
17, and then the
Yep, drop.
MTP07 can banish his own Red Ransom.
You know which
Oh.
card this is.
So I'm at, sorry, 18.
You're at 17.
17.
Correct.
Yeah.
He's at 1700. I'm at 5700. Main
Just-
phase 2.
Oh,
Oh,
nope.
he's not doing it. He knows both cards in his hand. I guess he didn't see the option.
Yeah, I don't think it'll matter too
Yeah.
much here as he's going to link them all away for White Binder.
Anything on summon?
Nope.
Factory reset.
I might have Nibiru'd that on summon. Oh, but I guess it wouldn't matter because he would have chained the MTP07, banished
I
the
feel
White
like if
Binder.
he remembered that he could do that to banish itself, that he would have done that in the battle phase. But I mean, this is a fine position to just pass in potentially.
Yeah, I mean, there's still no card here that Jacob can draw to win
I'll
this
attempt to
game.
the main phase.
Yep.
Okay.
If he wants to nib, go for it. It eliminates your top deck of X Ryzeal.
Nip token. Animus.
I'm going to link right off.
Yeah, Link Spider. I was waiting for it. I was like, I know he runs it, and then I'm waiting
Yeah.
for the backup and everything.
Oh, and now we can
Thanks.
continue with the backup.
Yeah, I was
Essentially,
like, I
honestly,
knew you
this
had
makes the
extender
board
anyways,
bigger.
if you saw me.
For-
I'm cooked.
Jacob sees the writing on the wall. He says, I am cooked.
Thank
No,
you.
this is the last round of the day. No reason to scoop here just yet. And then you are playing on a big stage against the reigning world champion.
We are.
I'm
Is he
gonna
choosing
go
to add? Oh, he did add the wizard. Okay.
Wizard, effect, targeting.
Wizard Ignister can special summon itself
It's all good. You
and
know
a
my hand.
card from the
And
graveyard.
I'm going to go.
Looks like he's considering just using 07 to get rid of the Nibiru here.
You could just go into Heart's Cryptor. There's a million things he can do here.
I imagine at some point the Cryptor will hit the board. There is Splash Mage once again.
effects.
The Nibiru was more of a green light than a stopper here for Ruben. Then all 3, that's 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep,
Or
there's-
just Cryptor.
Go MTP, search. And I'm going to banish the nib.
grabbing the March here.
Because when we saw the play, like at the last YCS, or it was 2 YCSs ago, with the MTP07 banishing its own card, it's not something that's super obvious.
I think, I guess this is the one, I questioned when it would make sense then. I guess this is the
17,
situation where it would make sense, where you're trying to do some battle phase tricks.
Right, exactly, yeah. But, I mean, he is in a commanding position. His opponent spinning that last card in hand. It is just a copy of Nibiru the Primal Being.
I'm surprised he opted to actually get rid of the Nibiru the Primal Being here. I think he wants to, I suppose if he always is going to threaten the battle phase, might as well get rid of it, but I didn't want to open up X as a top deck.
45?
I don't think X will be enough even
Yeah.
still. Yeah. He's going to be able to go into Firewall. He might be able to go into Allied Code,
Effect,
Talker, Ignister as well.
target. My
He's going to banish some Malice cards, so he'll have some fuel for the Heart's Cryptor.
And I'll banish a Dormouse.
Getting those names banished for the Cryptor, as you mentioned, being able to recycle them as well. Now it looks like we're going to be making a Link 2 in IP Masquerena.
Attempt to leave the main. Pass turn.
All right. This should be enough. Let's see what Jacob's last card of this duel is.
Standby.
I guess that's technically X'd, if
Yeah,
you
I
think
mean,
about it.
Trinash.
Okay.
As awesome and joyous
I was
rings
like,
going.